Last time on Dragon Ball Z, a struggling series of badly made, difficult to distinguish games has threatened a franchise. Can one installment restore faith and bring hope to the universe? Find out today on Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Yeah, so here we are, Dragon Ball Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Yeah, I see what you did there. So, Xenoverse, is it any good? The answer? A resounding, it's alright. You can make your own character, and that's cool, I guess. I've always wanted to do that in a Dragon Ball game, and Ultimate Tenkaichi doesn't count as I think that game was pretty unplayable. Unfortunately, options are pretty limited to a bunch of weird hairstyles you're not likely to have or encounter in real life, so you might as well go nuts and make something stupid. Setting civil rights back a few generations, character strength and key ability are determined by race, build, and gender. Big dude is going to punch a lot harder, whereas a slender woman possesses deadlier spirit energy. Even though this sort of system is fairly common in RPGs, I found this a bit frustrating as I, primarily a key or magic user, was docked for having a cock and a big old pair of Dragon Balls. This is even somewhat counter to the spirit and theme of the series, where protagonist Goku, a small man by all counts, was able to take down physically larger opponents and even armies by himself simply because he worked hard to push past his natural boundaries. The gameplay is quite a mixed bag. I found the early portions to be the most fun because I had no idea what I was doing. I wasn't sure what combos worked best and whether I should use strikes, grapples, throws, magic buffs, whatever. However, a little ways in, once I unlocked the Super Saiyan ability, I found the best way to go about things was just to charge up, go Super Saiyan, and launch a constant string of ultimate attacks. Now, these ultimate attacks are supremely easy to fire, requiring only the holding of the shoulder buttons and a pressing on one of the other buttons. Original joke, A+, superstar, you're on fire! I continued this trend until the in-game with no issues, and then I took to online, and yeah, actually this still pretty much works, at least in one-on-one fights. In group fights, I had no idea what was going on. I died a lot. Now, like the true hero that this game has taught me to be, I choose to blame my teammate. Yeah, what are you doing? Up there flying around, getting your ass beat. That's what you're doing. I mean, I know I died at the very beginning of the match, but that doesn't matter. It's up to you to see us through. You just, I mean, look at it. Yeah, what are you doing? You think you're better than me? No, look at you, dead fucker. Most of my time was spent in Parallel Quest, which are these little mini-missions outside the main story. The reason why I spent most of my time here is because Parallel Quests are the main and sometimes only way to unlock new gear and abilities. The only problem with this is that Dragon Ball Xenoverse doesn't feel like it owes you anything. Sometimes you'll play a mission over and 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 over again, and still never get the item you're looking for. It doesn't matter how well you do on the quest, it's just all mostly based on luck. This clear padding tactic left me feeling often helpless, like the game was playing me. In fact, luck seems to be a big problem with this game. Do you get the item or ability you wanted? I don't know, luck. Did you get the best score and do well enough to trigger the final boss? I don't know. Luck, 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 luck. This is particularly noticeable in Parallel Quest 47. I do my normal thing, charge up, go Super Saiyan, ultimate attack, etc. Except the first 5 or so times I do the quest, the computer decides that my opponents, Goku, Gohan, and Goten, have infinite ki, and I spend the match getting knocked around in their ultimate blasts, unable to move until I die. I try again using the same tactics, and what do you know, this time I win. The only difference is they decided to play fair this time. My input was not required. I didn't learn, grow, or actually get any better at the game, I just happened to luck out this one time. Now, you can even the odds a bit by taking a few computer teammates with you, but, they're not always, all there. Piccolo? You okay, buddy? You want to stop doing that? Maybe help with the fight? And you're right. No, you're right. You're totally right. Fine, you got it. Just keep doing that. Just a warning, there are some spoilers in this next section. The story is passable, depending on what your standards are. Superficially, not a whole lot has changed. As with most Dragon Ball games, you'll find yourself rocking out to the greatest hits of the series, the fights with Raditz, Vegeta, the Ginyus, Frieza, Cell, Buu, and a bunch of other stuff that comes up red in a spell check. The only thing that's different in this installment, and it is a big difference, is the perspective of these fights. You play as your created character who, with the aid of future Trunks, travels through time correcting mistakes caused by antagonist Demigraw's chronological tampering. Demigraw was trapped in another dimension 75 million years ago, and is now going back in time and causing the Z-Warriors to lose their iconic fights because somehow doing this will help him to escape. The details of his plan aren't, as far as I can tell, really explained, and at the end of the game he's just sort of free from his prison for no apparent reason other than we've gone through all the fights from the show and now it's time to wrap things up. I may sound pessimistic about the story, but honestly, it was nice to just see anything different in terms of narrative. One of my favorite moments happens when your character squares off against one of the game's minor villains, Mira. This was the first time in the game where your character, who is obviously not part of the established Dragon Ball universe, fights somebody who was not seen on the show. It was a pretty great feeling to see something totally new. For even a few minutes, it was really refreshing not to have Goku fly in like, "Hey guys, I'm Goku! Whoa, he seems really strong! You look like you need a hand! Listen, hey Goku, my man, got nothing against you? Could you go away for a second? I'm just trying to, be the hero of my own game!"
So you helped her back then?
If I were to analyze the story objectively, it's pretty shit. The villain's plans aren't clearly explained, no one, your character included, really seems to have any sort of development or arc, and the dialogue is...
Well, the only way to dispel the hypnosis is to deal out a hot, smoking blow to his face.
Hot, smoking blow to his face.
You've got to be kidding! Oh no! Please, not now! Don't give out on me now!
Why are you waiting? Fool, do it! Fire that thing! Do it now!
What a mess! Vegeta, forgive me!
Don't disgrace our efforts with your sentimental rubbish!
Vegeta!
Kakarot!
Way to go, champ! You really are a hero!
Looks like you can handle quite a bit.
Baby, are you watching gay porn again?
No, baby, it's Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Maybe just because it has a storyline doesn't mean that it's not gay porn.
No, baby, look, it's not gay porn. It's just about a couple of buff dudes that go fight, and they fight so hard that they rip all their clothes off. It's just a couple of bros getting together, wrestling, getting sweaty, and getting hard. Nothing gay about that.
Baby, I think you might be gay.
Probably. Honestly, I would like to see future games get away from the main series story entirely. Do a Knights of the Old Republic thing. Take the universe of Dragon Ball and set the game's story far away, either in time or distance. The basic premise is about buff dudes getting buffer and ripping alien menaces apart with their bare hands. That's a pretty cool concept for a game. I don't think it's necessary to always adhere to the main story. I mean, even if it's a failure, just try something new. Overall, as negative as I may sound, the game is not terrible. It's just so utterly average, and everything is just sort of passable. In a series of terrible games, even an average one shines. Admittedly, due to nostalgia, I really do like this property and hope it continues to grow and develop. Ultimately, whether you like this game or not is going to come down to whether or not you like Dragon Ball Z. If you do, you'll probably find this installment playable enough to kill some time. But if you hate, or feel indifferent about the franchise, this probably won't be the one to win you over. But hey, that's just what I think. If you think something different or agree with me or whatever, let me know in the comments section down below. And if you want to see more of these kinds of videos, I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. Thank you so much for watching.